reason. So let's go back to Georgia, my home state. All F's on the immigration reduction report card. Let's see, you got a Republican on there, Johnny Isakson. You have another Republican on there, Rob Woodall. Overwhelmingly Democrat. David Perdue, he has a D grade. Lucy McBath, newly elected representative to the 6th district. I believe her son was Jordan, young man that was slain in Florida by, I can't remember the white supremacist name, for playing his music too loud and refusing to turn his music down, refusing to cower in the face of this white supremacist. So let's look at, let's give Lucy a look, see what she's up to. And this video is not going to be very long, but immigration is just an issue that I feel very strongly about. In times past, she's pretty new, so she hasn't had very much action. 2019 voted in favor of the omnibus spending bill, along with John Lewis, allowing for the Secretary of Homeland Security to increase the number of H-2B guest worker visas issued in 2019, reduce illegal jobs and presence. She voted to weaken interior enforcement. She voted to reduce funding for detention beds used by ICE to detain criminal aliens and recent illegal border crossers. Also, she voted to provide protection from enforcement and removal for the illegal alien sponsors and their families of accompanied alien children who crossed the border illegally. She voted to prevent the hiring of any new ICE agents for enforcement and removal operations. So she's lockstep with her cohorts. Let's see, let's go over here to Henry Johnson, who recently, I did a quick video about Hank Johnson going to bat for 21 Savage. Once 21 Savage was initially detained by ICE, Hank Johnson immediately penned a letter going to bat for 21 Savage, an illegal alien. Your tax dollars at work. I'm trying to find a video really quickly. Pardon my spelling. There we go. 21 Savage gets help from Congressman. How taxpayer dollars foot the bill for illegal immigration. That was just a quick hit that I did. So back to Rep. Johnson here. Again, he has an F, a career F from 2007 through 2019. Reducing chain migration. He co-sponsored the American Promise Act in 2017, introduced by Rep. Nydia Velasquez, to increase chain migration. Velasquez. Rep. Johnson co-sponsored H.R. 4253. He voted to grant amnesty to approximately 300,000 illegal aliens who have received temporary protected status, thereby allowing them to sponsor their immediate family for green cards. And immigration is harmful to American DOS. It's harmful to the American economy as a whole, particularly unchecked immigration. There definitely needs to be caps on immigration. And what I recently found out is the Democrats have figured how to use illegal immigration to their political advantage as it affects apportionment. And basically what that means, and this is on the Center for Immigration Studies.org. We'll go down here and read impact on congressional apportionment. Non-citizens have large impact. Immigration has a significant effect on the distribution of seats in the U.S. House of Representatives for three reasons. First, seats are apportioned based on each state's total population relative to the rest of the country, including illegal aliens and other non-citizens. This, of course, is the issue at the center of Congresswoman Miller's proposal. Goes down to explain Congress has chosen to allow in a large number of legal immigrants and to tolerate widespread illegal immigration. After the 2000 census, the average congressional district had roughly 650,000 people. Thus, the more than 18 million non-citizens in the 2000 census were equal to the nearly 29 congressional seats. Third reason is that non-citizens are not evenly distributed throughout the country. In 2000, half of all non-citizens lived in just 3 states, and almost 70% live in just 6 states. States with a large non-citizen population will gain at the expense of states comprised mostly of citizens. Impact of non-citizens on apportionment. Overall, we found that the presence of non-citizens caused a total of 9 seats to change hands. Indiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin each lost a seat that they had prior to the 2000 census, while Montana, Kentucky, and Utah each failed to gain a seat they otherwise would have gained. So regardless, wherever these immigrants reside, non-citizens, illegal immigrants, they're counted on the census and they count towards seats in the House. I saw a great video that explained it in detail. I'll put the link in the description. But basically, it seems that the Congressional Black Caucus, who has overwhelming Black ADOS support continuously, Rep. John Lewis runs unopposed. We recently had Jim Clyburn, Whip Jim Clyburn, who came out and announced that pure reparations would be impossible. So we need to hold these people accountable. And we need to rail against them. We need to write in, call in, tweet, We need to show up at town hall meetings, as I will be attending a town hall meeting here in Atlanta with Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. And I believe it's going to be at the Adamsville Recreational Center on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, Southwest Atlanta. I believe it starts at 6:30. I'll get the details for that in just a moment. But again, what we see is an overwhelming support for illegal immigration as a whole. 2017, Hank Johnson voted against legislation to reduce rewards for illegal aliens. Rep. Johnson voted against H.R. 2431, the Michael Davis Jr. and Danny Oliver, in honor of State and Local Enforcement Act in the House Judiciary Committee. This bill was known as the SAFE Act in previous Congresses. This legislation would empower local law enforcement agents to enforce federal immigration laws. This legislation also requires DHS to create a national immigration violators database. This legislation would help reduce illegal immigration by empowering law enforcement officials and making it more difficult for illegal aliens to live and work in local communities. The bill's main sponsor is Rep. Raul Labrador, Republican out of Rhode Island. Or is that Idaho? Idaho. 2017, Rep. Johnson co-sponsored legislation to provide Dreamers with legal aid. He co-sponsored H.R. 858, the Dreamers, Immigrants, and Refugees Legal Aid Act, DIRE, the DIRE Act. This legislation would force the government to donate funds to organizations that provide legal aid to illegal aliens who qualify for President Obama's illegal DACA executive actions. The bill's main support is Rep. Louis Correa, Democrat out of California. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just wanted to hit you guys with a quick one. I'll be going to more in depth, but we just need to look at why does the Congressional Black Caucus en masse support illegal? Why do they support immigration in all its forms? When it hurts ADOS. It's Bill Money. I'll be getting back to you guys.